Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's been a long time since I made a video, I think more than a year actually. That wasn't exactly planned, but as many of you hopefully know, that sort of is just something the way things go. So not a whole lot has progressed on the layout. I was working and at school and everything, so it's just one of those things that you get to it when you do, and when you don't, you don't. And thankfully, with model railroading as a hobby, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So this video, I'm trying out a few things. I was looking back over comments. I still get emails of comments, and I read over them all the time. So one of the big things that people are always going on about, and I understand this is of course a problem, is the shakiness in the video. Usually I'm recording with an iPhone or something. This time I've got a tripod. I got a new camera here, so we're just going to try a few things. Of course, now that I bumped it, it takes away all that. So I'm going to see how this camera goes, and see what we think. I have different zoom capabilities here and focusing, and of course the tripod I've had for a long time, but I've just started using it. Well, this time it's just kind of a trial. So I'll power up here and see what kind of sound we get in video quality. This, of course, is the Intermountain ES44 DC, I think. It's been a long time since I've looked at this. What do we got here? Here we go. Yeah, it's the ES44 DC. There we go. Focus back. Look at that. That's a lot nicer than an iPhone, I think. So one of the more recent mods I did on the Intermountains, I don't know if they fixed this on the new production runs, but the front ditch lights, of course there are back ditch lights as well, they now flash when I do the horn. So we'll let that go. The tracks are dirty, so it might not work too well here. Yep, there we go. Really need to clean the tracks. Give some speed. So stop it in there. Let's see if we can zoom out here. Look at that. Alright, not bad. The other thing I've been working with, and I think I made a video on this, I don't know if I ever uploaded it, was the couplers. These little guys are the KD metal couplers. Comes with this sort of leveling tool, which I just use here to, kind of does nothing, honestly. But, that's that. Let's see, go over here. I don't know how much of this was ever uploaded, if at all. But this is the latest with the, let me mute this. With this table, it's kind of always been a work in progress. We have multi-levels here. I got annoyed with the track down here, going along this way. I eventually ripped it off. I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. I'm going to go back and resolder everything and try to get it so it's smooth so that the trains don't derail every time they go up. Oh no. I had been working with this stuff here. Let's see if we can get a better view. There we go. Focus. Nice. With this here to kind of create a wall, I figured it would just kind of go the whole way around, and that would be a lot easier than actually using plaster and carving everything. Of course, now I'm seeing I might have to re-glue a lot of this. That it's kind of coming apart, which that sucks. So that is an area, that'll probably be the next area I sort of tackle when I start to work here. But I did get this carving plaster, which you can kind of see there. Curious to see what you guys all think of that, as opposed to either the rocks that I've got in here. Let me focus here. So we've got the rocks there, or just overall the sort of the carved foam that I had been using there. Eventually I'm going to work on trying to bring in more trees, kind of like I have in here, and finish this whole area up. I forget what the latest plan was to do on the top of this sort of plateau up here, where I've got the stuff laying around right now. So we'll see where that goes. Honestly, I'm not sure yet. The big plan for the layout here is, and since I haven't been uploading in a while, and obviously this is one of the biggest questions, is, how involved am I still in all this stuff? And the reality is, when I'm able to vary, I'll come down here and spend a whole bunch of hours just back to back trying to crank out as much work as I can. But that can be difficult just with, everything going on. I'm sure a lot of you people that have been involved with this for a long time know how that goes. Ultimately, eventually I want to create sort of a new layout. I've been talking about this forever. That kind of uses this style of scenery. Let me see. It's not really modeled after anything in particular, but sort of along this style right? We've got sort of water coming in along down here, and then obviously there'll be more trees and bushes, and this will be 2 tracks wide. It's going to be more of like a very large square that you kind of can stand inside instead of these 4x8s all, you know, mashed together, where it kind of steals a lot of space in the basement, but you're not able to put a whole lot of trains in it. The other thing is, for a while I wasn't sure if I was going to be relocating. You know, I'm at school and everything, so I'm not really here a whole lot. So hopefully I'll be getting more videos. The previous video I uploaded was on a large layout. That's up. I have access to that up near school, so I'll hope to get a few more videos of that this year, which is fun. But ultimately, I'm going to get rid of this table and the very large, this 4x12 over here. I'm going to get rid of these so I can sort of make space and fund my next project within the railroad. Now this table, oh jeez, what am I doing? This one over here is going to, I'll be holding on to this one. This is the first one I made. It's kind of how I all got started, so I'll be holding on to this for sure. But once these I get rid of, I'll get started on the next one. So I'm kind of torn between, you know, do I try to get rid of these now before they're done, or would it be easier to get rid of them if I finish them and then sell them? So it's kind of been a challenge every year. It's like, oh, it's getting close to Christmas, you know, someone might want these for their kids or whatever. And then I never do it because they're like, well, I got to finish it, and then I don't have enough time to finish it. So that's been the big circle right now. So if you're interested in any of these, and you know, send me a direct message or something, and we can see where that goes. I am thinking, you know, always looking at getting new stuff, of course. I have this MTH ES44 C4, which has been cool. And then I've got the Intermountains. But apparently, I just found out, I haven't really been looking at new stuff in a while. Scale trains or something, micro trains, scale trains. They make an HO model of the ES44T4, ET44AC, ET44C4, something like that, which looks pretty neat. The detail on that looked good, kind of up to similar to Athearn par, but has LEDs and isn't Athearn, which is great because I don't know that I can recommend Athearn. There's just too much work involved. They never really ran right for me. The detail wasn't really good enough for the price they ask, and then of course they use the incandescent bulbs, which are just awful in every way. So that being said, I think I might investigate getting one of those scale trains. I think it's scale trains. Scale trains, locomotives, just to try out and see what I think of it. Somewhere around here I have, it's probably not here. I have the Atlas-840CW with the Gold series, which had, what kind of sound did it have? QSI, Quantum, or something like that. That sound in it, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that locomotive. If anyone's interested, send me an email. You know, I'm not trying to get rid of everything, but I am trying to, you know, keep things interesting here and keep stuff moving. So let me know if you're interested in that. But this is sort of where we're at with the layout. Just figured I'd show everyone everything. I'll see if I can get it cleaned up here. Maybe get a running video in at some point, just because it's been a long time since I've done that. But I'm curious what everyone thinks of the scenery that I got going on here. If this carving plaster, I think it is. Let me see. What did I use? Yeah, that's it. Ah, bugger. I got this stuff. Yeah, carving plaster. So, and that's how that was made. I just put it all, covered basically the entire rock face, and then slashed it with a knife a bunch of times. So that's what it turned into. I still got to put trees and more bushes and stuff on top to kind of look more like it does on the left, although still not a whole lot of trees on there. Trees are expensive. It kind of sucks, and I don't have the time to make all of them. Those puffball trees, as you can see, I got halfway through. I haven't made any in years just because it's such a slow process. It's kind of a pain. So that all got stuck too. But I just figured I'd give an update and see if anyone has thoughts or suggestions, or if anyone has experience with the scale trains ES44, let me know. I'd be curious to find out more about that. I think they have lock sound in it, and that was definitely something I really liked on the MTH that I had. I probably should have put that on the tracks just to run it too, but I'll get to that. So, thank you for watching. I have been checking emails and comments and stuff as best as I can. If you're still waiting to hear back from me, shoot me another one. It might have gotten lost in translation, but I do what I can here. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.